In the heart of a quiet little town, surrounded by rolling green hills, there was a golden retriever puppy named Benny. Benny wasn't just any puppy. He was curious, adventurous, and always on the lookout for something exciting. Every morning as the sun rose over the rooftops, Benny would wag his tail and set off to explore, chasing butterflies in the meadow, sniffing out the best hiding spots in the park, and making friends wherever his paws took him. One bright and breezy morning, Benny trotted through the fields, his ears flopping as he raced toward an old oak tree that stood tall at the edge of the town. It was a tree Benny had visited many times before, but today would be different. As Benny sniffed the ground near its roots, his paw suddenly hit something hard. With a curious tilt of his head, Benny started digging, sand flying behind him until he uncovered a dusty, folded piece of paper. Benny picked the paper up carefully in his teeth and spread it open on the ground. His nose wrinkled with excitement. It was an old map. Tiny paw prints marked the edges, and strange squiggles traced a pathway into the Whispering Woods, a mysterious forest just beyond the town where adventure awaited. Benny's tail wagged so hard it practically blurred. An adventure? He was ready! Benny wasted no time recruiting his two best friends to join him. First, there was Millie, the clever border collie who could sniff out trouble and solutions faster than anyone else. Then there was Gus, a playful dachshund known for his boundless energy and big heart. When they saw the map, their eyes sparkled with curiosity and when they finally reached the hollow log, Millie was the first to investigate. She sniffed around it carefully, her sharp eyes catching something shiny. "There's something inside!" she barked excitedly. Benny bounded over and peeked in. Inside the log sat a tiny squirrel, holding a gleaming golden key in its tiny paws. "Hello there, little squirrel," Benny said politely. The squirrel tilted its head, then grinned mischievously. Without warning, it tossed the key high into the air and caught it again. "Looking for this?" it squeaked. "You'll have to catch me first." And with that, the squirrel dashed into the trees, laughing as it went. Excitement. The three friends set off together, crossing fields and creeks until they reached the edge of the Whispering Woods. The Whispering Woods awaited, promising adventure and discovery. As they stepped through the trees, a new world unfolded before them. The air smelled earthy and fresh, little sunbeams filtered through the thick canopy, and the sound of water trickling over rocks filled the air. Birds flitted above, and Benny could hear the rustle of tiny paws scampering through the undergrowth. According to the map, their first stop was a hollow log marked with a paw print. As the trio followed the winding trail, they chatted eagerly about what the treasure might be. "What if it's a golden ball?" Gus suggested as he zigzagged through the tall grass. "Or maybe squeaky toys," Millie added, her ears perking up at the thought. Benny, however, was too focused on the map to guess, his nose practically glued to it. When they finally reached the hollow log, Millie was the first to investigate. She sniffed around it carefully, her sharp eyes catching something shiny. "There's something inside!" she barked excitedly. Benny bounded over and peeked in. Inside the log sat a tiny squirrel, holding a gleaming golden key in its tiny paws. "Hello there, little squirrel," Benny said politely. The squirrel tilted its head, then grinned mischievously. Without warning, it tossed the key high into the air and caught it again. "Looking for this?" it squeaked. "You'll have to catch me first!" And with that, the squirrel dashed into the trees, laughing as it went. "After him!" Gus barked, already sprinting forward. The three friends raced after the squirrel, weaving through the woods, leaping over fallen branches and dodging patches of mushrooms. The squirrel was fast, darting from tree to tree, but Benny and his friends were determined. Just as the squirrel thought it had shaken them, Benny made a mighty leap. "Gotcha!" Benny barked, landing in front of the squirrel with his tail wagging triumphantly. The squirrel giggled and handed over the golden key. "You pups are pretty quick!" it said before scampering away into the treetops. Clutching the key proudly, Benny turned back to his friends. "Let's find out where this key leads!" Together, they followed the map's final trail to a thick bush at the base of a towering tree. Millie used her sharp claws to clear away the brambles, revealing an old wooden chest beneath them. Benny's heart raced as he carefully placed the key in the lock and turned it. Click! The chest creaked open, revealing piles of shiny, delicious dog biscuits that sparkled in the sunlight. But the real treasure lay at the top. A a sparkling collar with elegant engravings that read, "For the bravest pup." Benny's eyes widened with pride as Millie and Gus cheered. "We did it," Millie barked. Gus wagged his tail fiercely. "This is the best day ever!" Benny grinned as he picked up the collar. "The best treasure is the friends we made along the way," he said, his tail still wagging. All three pups plopped down in the grass, sharing the shiny biscuits and laughing about their adventure. From that day on, Benny and his friends knew there was magic in exploration, wonder in every corner of their little town, and a world of adventures still waiting to be discovered. And, who knows, maybe the Whispering Woods had even more secrets waiting just for them.